Alright, today we're talking about you guys, because you guys are just so awesome. I appreciate all of you. Okay, that's enough for that. We're talking about Zamasu. The boy, the fusion, the annoyance, the man in the green hat, I guess green suit. Zamasu. Very annoying character to fight. A lot of tools. 2H of a god, you know. Let's get started. Stand light goes further. And basically his entire auto combo goes further. That's pretty much it. Crouching light also goes further. Wall of light heavy is faster. Why did it need to be faster? But okay. Oh man, why is it faster? That's crazy. And then of course the regular mechanical buff of where you could do your level 1s until level 3s is pretty standard. Alright, so where do you put Zamasu? Oh, Zamasu has the meter nerf where he only gains 75% of his meter. So if you can afford it, you would want him at least mid. And the reason being is that if Zamasu comes in with meter, you know, you get the hit, for example, right? Just boom, 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 boom. You bring in Zamasu, right? Oh, whoops, I missed 2H. I should just do regular H. So you get the hit, right? And then you just do Hellzone on their wake up. And then you wall of light up, and then you proceed to mix them up. In the corner. In the corner, of course. And of course, if you proceed to get the hit, you proceed to make your opponent explode. As is tradition. Ignore the combo drop. And then you wall of light again, and then boom, boom. I missed a bunch of stuff, but you get the point, right? He needs meter to make the opponent explode, at least 2 bars, right? Or you need meter to constantly put your opponent in a state of mix, so preferably mid. You can make him work point. Zane plays him point, makes it work. Let's look at his buttons. Stand jab, it's pretty good. They buffed it. He goes further, as we just saw, right? Auto combo goes further as well. Helps chase your opponent's backdash down. And third hit of auto combo, typically you don't commit to it, but again, it all just goes much further. Alright. 5M, this is your moneymaker. This is your breadwinner right here. This is your fast for no reason button. It is. Let's make the opponent block real quick. 8-frame startup. There's not many characters in this game that have an 8-frame 5M. So this is very good to have. And it's very fast, and he goes decently far. It's not Vegito 5M, but he still goes decently far. And then we have Crouching Light, which goes much further now. For some reason. Again, another buff that he got this version of the game. Crouching Light goes further. And then we have 2M, -5. Pretty standard. Nothing too special. Frame data is about average. 5H, nothing to write home about. But now, this button right here. This button just defies the laws of the game. It goes through assists like nothing. It's looking like butter, dude. Melted butter in his hands. Why did he get this? I don't know. And if, you know, your opponent calls an assist, tries to mix you up, you build so much... you do so much damage if it hits. I actually don't even remember the combo. It's like, you do wall of lights, like, I think falling jab. And then slice. I think it's auto combo slice, back into fly. You get a ton of damage if you land this 2H, which it didn't have the best range, which was its biggest issue, but now that it just goes through assists, it doesn't really have that many weaknesses anymore. Zamasu's Ki Blast, funny enough, it used to be the worst in the game, because your opponents would duck under it. Granted, it's still not that great. It's much better now. It does a lot more for you, especially, you know, if you want a little extra pushback without commitment. You know, if you want to just like back off, or kind of keep your opponent at a weird distance where you could counter poke with, let's say, like a 5M. You know, you do and proceed to make them explode, and that pretty much covers it for his ground normals. There are normals, jump jab, great button, use it to cross up, right? You can use it at point blank. I think this might be the only jab in the game where it crosses up at point blank. I don't think there's other moves that can do it in this game. And if you delay it a little bit, you can actually confirm into 5M. But your typical conversion will be jump key blast into slice. Jump medium, it's okay. You wouldn't really use this outside of combos and potential air to airs, but not as good as jump light in a lot of cases. Jump heavy, standard, nothing too special about it. And he also has a jump 2H if you're trying to squeeze in, you know, that last little overhead, or the delayed overhead, which a lot of people do. Zane does it. Still pretty good though, especially if you delay it on the way down. Just need that little bit of extra damage, last second overhead, help you take the round. Finally, Zamasu's air key blast. Pretty good. They go at a great angle, especially because you can combo his key blast with fly if you want to. And we'll get more into fly later, because this is basically going to be about 90% of Zamasu's game plan right here, is this right here. Now we move on to Zamasu's specials. So he's got Slicer. What is this called? God Slice? Internal Justice. Of course it is. This was weird, because if you're in fly, it changes the properties of it. As you notice, I do EX, you slide. But if I do it in fly, I get a ground bounce. Why? I don't know. Oh my god, you're so small. And you can combo this if you get it off the fly. If I was good. Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand the reasoning behind it, why fly changes the properties, but Hiroki's vision. So yeah, Zamasu players, if you didn't know, now you know. And you get, again, you get a free combo off of it. A lot of the times you'll be using the special is for this confirm, right? You'll do the L version because it gives you the combo, you call an assist, convert off of it. You don't really want to use the other versions because 1, you'll whiff because you go too far sometimes. 2, you don't want the sliding knockdown. Now, Wall of Light. This is a great move because it's basically your own assist, right? Even if Zamasu is by himself, he can still Wall of Light, go in, and have this move reset his pressure, right? So if you're going, it hits, it's still your turn, and then you have EX, which of course fires 2. Again, it's his turn, much longer. You can also mix up things like this. It's very threatening. You can do a lot with it. The world's yours. So another cool thing about Wall of Light is there's actually setups to get the tick throw. And it is Zamasu. So if you have the right combo, your opponent is going to explode. Because again, you can go into Blaze of Judgment, do a bunch of damage. And of course, you can do this with the EX version. Oh, actually, is it too fast? No, okay. You can do it with the EX version. What's the combo? I don't know. This is an analysis and an overview. Now we have Divine Order. This move by itself is not very good. You can get the ground one anyway, and the air version when you're not in fly. And we'll see how fly changes this in a bit. The only real time you'll see this on the ground, outside of maybe a few instances when you're just trying to stay full screen, is when you get the hit. You could charge this, then do a jump jab, and pretend I didn't drop that. So yeah, that's a big time you'll see this. And then usually when you only see this. And you get the conversion, and then you wall lights, and then blah blah blah. Now we go to your entire game plan. Your fly, or Heaven's Flash as it's called. You have 10 seconds in the air. You move about as fast as a forward dash. You don't believe me? Check this out. You good. Alright, observe. It's a little bit slower than a forward dash, which is insane because that's you moving backwards, right? And we haven't even gotten into the nitty-gritty parts of it. So not only can you fly around for 10 seconds, you also have an invulnerable dash for a few frames. And, you know, just to show you that I'm not lying, fully invincible. It's not many frames, but the fact that it exists is actually absurd. Now, there's many things you can do with this. And this goes in tandem with a lot of your special moves. You can slice into fly. You can Wall of Light into fly. Right? Back off. Disengage. Okay? Then you can do Divine Order. You don't even have to do the motion. You just hold forward, and then he'll do it. And you could opt to teleport during it, right? Or not. Or maybe you want to teleport back. It's incredible. And this actually jails from full screen. Let's see if I can get it. Or almost full screen. A little fun fact too, you don't even have to hit forward after you throw the projectile. You just hold S and he'll teleport. That's impressive. But yeah, as you saw, that jailed. The falling light jailed. Which is insane. It's a full screen projectile that you can teleport from forward or backward, or just keep flying. That doesn't even need to be charged to give you a projectile. Because again, on the ground version and the air version, when you manually do the input, not in fly, you don't get the projectile. But when you're in fly, you get the projectile every time. And you could choose to teleport after. Or not. You could just hold your ground and stay there. Or back up. Again, this is your moneymaker right here. This is what causes people the bane of their existence. And another thing too is just how strong it is at covering someone's wake up. You just like this. And let's not forget that after the teleport, he still has his air dash or his double jump. So it doesn't exhaust it. So yeah, you're in the same ranks as level 3 Gohan, Gogeta 4, right? But your air dash is actually better because you cover yourself, you teleport, there's invincibility, it's much faster, and if you do it at the right distances, it could actually be very ambiguous on what side you end up on. Now that's something you have to practice, as I'm not the best at saying it up, but it's a thing. The thing about all of Zamasu specials, I showed earlier that they work in tandem together, right? You can cancel all his specials into fly. So it enables him to do things like 50-50s very easily. Outside of that, of course you can reflect, but he can go into fly and make himself safe. So your game plan would be to do something like this, right? Or you can air dash. This is true. I'm just missing the timing because, I don't practice this. But again, depending on your assist too, you don't even have to EX. If you have a long enough assist, like Beerus for example. There we go. You can just use assist with very long hits then. Or blocks them in this case. So see if your team allows you to do it. I'm missing it, but I did it once for the proof of concept. A thing to note too is if you do M Slicer into fly, he does move back. As opposed to L, where I think he moves forward actually. Yeah, it looks like he moves forward. Just a little bit. And then M moves you back to even disengage even more. And Heavy keeps you right next to him at a lower height. That helps with the 50-50. Nice little tidbit. Because of Zamasu's recent buffs, I think this was from the last patch, by making his 5M farther, you can actually do better combos, but they're much harder. You have to dash like this and hit 5M, and it's harder to do, but the reward and the payout is better than his standard combos. So get into the lab, start practicing, make your opponent explode. No. And of course it's easier the bigger the character is. Like if I were to do it on Zamasu, it's a little bigger, so it should be a little easier. No. It's not character dependent. But bigger characters do make it easier. So if you get a hit roughly mid-screen, you can go all the way to the corner. And then you can proceed to do this. Oh, I forget what you're supposed to do in between all that. But you get the point. So yeah, again, Blaze of Judgment, it's great, right? Even if your opponent blocks it or even reflects on wake up, right? You wall of light, you fly, you do this, right? And then blah blah blah. If he doesn't get hit, it's gonna look something like this. And then you keep doing a block string, and depending on L or M, which one you use, it's how long your block string goes for. And it also regenerates your assist. That's the real crazy part about it, is that it regenerates your assist. Actually, I would just do this instead. This is the real crazy part about it. So I'm gonna have you guard all. You're gonna reflect. At least, unless they changed it, but I don't think they did. Yeah, so I have them on auto regenerate, but they regenerate on this setup, which is the crazy part, because you can do a long enough block string where your assists come back, which is another reason that just makes them such a strong character. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the assists. So you have a assist. This is probably going to be your go-to assist. I don't really see people playing other ones. It's a great projectile. It has durability, right? No reason not to use it. Okay, then of course he has Slicer. It doesn't go anywhere. It's fast, sure, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't really help you in neutral. And I believe it doesn't have much block stun either. Yeah, 29 frames does not just, like, look at Beerus. 19 frames and you're unblocked stun for 50 frames, right? And finally, you know, C assist is okay. Does it beat assist? I actually wonder. It does. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. You can use this to counter call, like, let's say Krillin rocks or something. But realistically, just stick to A. B's not that great. You know, C, I could see why you would use it. All in all, Zamasu is real awkward. Hard to get used to. The optimals are a must. If you're playing Zamasu, you have to make your opponent regret getting hit. You need show them what meter can do in this game. He's fun though. He's a change of pace. You don't play him like the other characters. He's very unconventional. You play more defensive and movement based, because of fly, you're in the air for 10 literal seconds flying around at the speed of sound. They can't, most characters can't do anything. Even if they're in Spark and they super dash at you, they can't staircase you to the ground because you're just too damn high. Maybe Gotenks and Tien might be the only characters that could gel you back to the ground. I don't know who else can do it. But outside of that, Zamasu is great. He's fun. Super annoying to fight. Speaking as somebody who's played Zane a bunch of times. Super annoying. Right? Getting hit does not feel good. And he just doesn't obey some laws to the game. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you know, I ain't gonna kink shame. Play the character. Have fun with them. If you play him already, good for you. Please don't pick Zamasu when you play me. And yeah. Please like, sub, comment, and let me know who you want me to play. Let me know who you want me to talk about. Bye!